Hello, sorry for the delay. Welcome to the Uncle Bill Variety Show. Today is the first day of the second week of year 2021. Thank you for everybody for joining us. George 12, great to see you here. And also, Bridget, I suppose that you're in the room, and so is Andrew. Yoo-hoo! And this is the Variety Show where we cook, we camp, we create, we critique, and we climb. This week is Creation Week, and I bet you can't guess what I'm creating. Well, last night, as I was getting ready for bed, my cat couldn't make the jump into the bed like she usually does. She's 20 years old. I don't understand why she couldn't do it. I was like, come on, 80-year-old lady, you can jump up into the bed. Anyways, long story short, I pulled the stairs that I have for her to get onto my desk, which she loves to do, into the bedroom so she can get on and off the bed in the middle of the night for obvious reasons. And this week, I am going to do a DIY on how to make a pet ladder. And it's going to be very simple and recycled materials. But you're probably all wondering, what are the 5 crazy things out of Uncle Bill's house today? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Any questions? I have the circle of doom. Yeah, I did. I did have the circle of doom. I couldn't get the webcast started. It just kept going round. So I exited and then came back in. I'm going to put out a plug. I don't know if he still has a link on Modern Tent Camping. This is one of the best little lights. I think I paid $10 for 2 of them. I think it's gone up in price. They might be $14 now, actually. This is the Vaunt, and it's bright, as you can see. Has another level, which is even brighter, and then a strobe. Whoops. Actually, 1, 2. Come on, strobe. There we go. In case you're thinking about getting a light, I use these things all the time. Now, I don't have cookbooks today, and I had to grab really quickly. We have fuses out of, these are the old automobile fuses that we used to use, but that isn't what I went into my foreign money drawer, and it's fun having foreign money. Just looking at other countries' money. This is a Canadian dollar. I don't even know if they still use this one. Here's the back of it. I think they're now called loonies. Then Uncle Bill went to all sorts of countries. This is, I think this is a peso. Yeah, this is a peso. There we go. Republic of the Philippines, peso. And I have the older version of this. Sailors weren't always, there we go. Sailors were not always the nicest people in the world. And there was a river between Subic Bay Naval Base and Subic Bay. And there was a river, and what would happen is people would get in their little bonka boats, and sailors would take pesos and throw it to the locals. And they would either catch them, or if they went into the water, they'd go diving for them. These are the originals. Actually, I should hold them side by side. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the other peso. Actually, you can't even tell, can you? It's funny because they are different sizes. It's just there. Now it shows up. This is the old one, and this is the new one. And I'm sorry, but Frankie's going to be bothering us during this broadcast. She has not been feeling well. I've been trying to get her to eat. And that's been, luckily, she's going to the vet on Thursday, and we're getting her checked up and find out what's going on. It's a semi-annual exam anyways. Probably going to have an x-ray, blood test, and fecal test, because we got to get all those things. Yeah, she's the queen. She rules me. today during a broadcast, which I was watching, she literally laid down in front of my keyboard and said, "Pet me. You're going to pet me now, regardless of whatever you're doing. You're going to pet me now." She might do that during this broadcast too. I don't know, George. I'm not going to put her down. I can tell that she's been having labored breathing, but she doesn't appear to be in pain. And I'm going to check with the vet on Thursday. Oh, this is the updated subway token from New York City. I really do not have. Let's see if I can get brighter light for when I do show something. Ring. Oh, that's not it. How about 100%? Here we go. That shows a little bit better, maybe. There's the old subway token. These replaced a much bigger one that, well, actually, those were the ones. And then we have, come on, down, I say. Anybody got any questions? I'm lurking in chat. You're not lurking, you're actually there. Hey, I don't even have a, there we go. Let's see if I can, I see you, George. Hey, George, by the way, I think I'm doing a lot more graphic stuff. I did a capture off of a web page today for a friend of mine. He had lost his graphics, and I went to one of his past episodes and captured the graphics and sent him the thing. This is an old $50 JFK. It's, what year is this? 1984. If it was a $64, it would be made out of silver. And there's the back. I'll show you one that I got out of circulation years ago, back when I was in my teens. That's a Standing Liberty $50. That's solid silver. And 1943, I think is what it said. Yep, 1943. Very beautiful. We used to have very beautiful money years ago. Yeah, Jess Sampson, the life of the aquatic Steve Isuzu. Yeah, kind of. Dun, 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 dun. Today we are in the search of the, what was it? Took down my friend. It was the whale shark. Yes, we are in, it was a whale shark. That is what he was after. And the funny thing is whale sharks are I think that was kind of part of the show that Steve Isuzu really didn't know what he was talking about, because whale sharks are harmless. They you'd have to swim right into its mouth for it to do any damage. And I got to have some more water because my mouth gets dry. I'm going to try that Pat Flynn thing. I have that on order, that Just Speaker or whatever it was. Should be fun. Any questions from the crowd? Remember that coin story with your brother? Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't a coin. Yeah, the coin collection. I'll just in case anybody hadn't heard it. Years ago, my grandfather taught both my brother and I don't know, the secret of money or whatever. But my brother wanted some money really bad, and he wanted it fast. So my grandfather came up with this genius idea. He said, "Okay, David, I'll give you $40 for your coin collection so that you have $40. And my brother was like, "Whoa, this is great. I got $40. And what my grandfather did, literally almost right in front of my brother, is he turned around and said, "Okay, David, now you no longer own this, right?" And my brother's, "Yeah, I got $40. I'm happy as can be." And he turns right around and he gives the whole coin collection to me. From then on, I learned. I don't know what I learned, but I learned. If somebody gives you something, you hold on to it. All right, more coins. This one I actually bought. It was a uncirculated Lincoln cent, 1968. I can't remember what I paid for it. Probably too much. And let's see if you guys can see it very well. You can't see it, and I can't really take it out of the wrapper because if I do, it's going to lose quite a bit of value. Although, if I really cared about these coins, I'd have them stored properly. When I was younger, I used to put every single one of my coins in nice little wrappers like this. That's the way to store a coin. And you're supposed to handle them on the edges because if you don't, whoo, I dropped some. If you don't, they all end up looking like that. And those coins don't look very well. Pull back, down, up. There we go. These coins don't look all that great. All right. No questions today. Throat coat. Yeah. Throat coat tea works well too. I'll have to try that. The other one that works really well, which I am waiting for, this is Uncle Bill's secret cure to everything. White flour. The only problem is I'm all out. This stuff is really inexpensive. In the Philippines, it'll cost you maybe about 2-3 pesos. Here, it costs you about $8 to $10. And if you all can excuse me for just a half a second, Prime delivery just dropped something off at the door. Let's go see what I got. Oh, and everybody feel free to talk to each other while I'm not around, because that's half the fun of coming to a live is talking to all your friends on the live and meeting new friends. Here is the box. And I can't believe the way Amazon, this is literally the way it came from Amazon. You are going to laugh because you don't know it yet, but I do. This is totally packaged improperly. This is my trusty titanium UnNiched knife. I love this thing. Let's open this up. All right. Here we go. Should I let you guys see it before me? I'm probably banging onto the microphone, but oh, no wonder why they packaged it and didn't really care about it. These are my super feet. Yay! If you've never had, well, if you've ever had problem with your feet, these are the best things known to man. And when you need them, you need them. I just paid $40 for a pair of these. And Amazon then showed them to me for $25. So I decided, well, I'm going to get another pair right away.
I can help pre-order everyday items, track your deliveries, add to your shopping list,
and my Alexa is actually set to the word Amazon. So whenever I say Amazon, she will start talking to me.
I pronounce that Amazon, but I'm always working on how I say things, and I might not have it right.
Yeah, well,
your question?
We need to turn her off. Otherwise, she's going to be yapping during our whole conversation. Anybody got any questions? Did you ever think money, like physical money, would be gone someday? You know, I think that we always are going to have something tangible that we want to have, to count, to put under our pillow, to stuff in our mattress. And yes, I think it will be gone someday. It probably won't be in our lifetime, but I think in the next lifetime that you probably will have electronic currency. And that said, They will probably count it as well as they did the votes in the election this year. So watch out, future generations. There's going to be money a-flowing. I used them in my hunting knife before. In your hunting boots before. Yeah. Over to custom insoles. Custom insoles. I've had friends who've done the custom insoles. Did you actually have your foot like molded? That's what a lot of people do for their custom insoles. Custom Orthotics. Also, opinion on Bitcoin. Uncle Bill's opinion on Bitcoin is a lot like a lot of software in the 80s. I don't know if a lot of you can think back that far or can remember, but when computers first started hitting the market and software was being sold, it was being sold for, you could buy a word processor. About the cheapest that you could buy a word processor software for was about $100. Yeah, 100. And that is on the cheap side. WordStar was over $500. So my view on Bitcoin is that at any moment, the floor can come out from under Bitcoin. The way to do an investment like Bitcoin, in my opinion, is you put your money in, you pray, and then as soon as you can pull out your money at break even, meaning you sell half and you recoup all of your investment, then you pull it out and then you let it ride. That way you are safe, you're comfortable, and your Bitcoin investment has no way to go but up. And if it goes into the tank, you're not losing any money. George, I have over 300. Woo! Just Samson, 300K in cryptocurrency. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. Well, when it gets to be 600K, you sell half and keep the rest. And then you say, all right, there's no way I can lose now. I'll tell you a little story about investing. Uncle Bill has done it all. I've made money and I probably lost an equal number of money. And that is why Uncle Bill is actually on the sidelines right now. I had an idea. Uncle Bill is going to learn how to day trade. Well, day trading, a lot of people make fortunes in day trading, and a lot of people, a lot more lose fortunes. Well, I was trying to, I had it figured out. If you trade 1,000 shares of stock and it goes up a dime, you've made $100. Woohoo! That works great. So, or is it 10,000? I can't remember. You'd have to do the math. But either way, I bought about, what was it? I think it was 60,000 shares of dry ships. And we all know about the dry ships debacle. They found out that dry ships were juggling their books, and I lost my shirt, well over $100,000. And I learned my lesson. The fast buck, if you can make a fast buck, you can lose a fast buck. Now, there are plenty of cryptocurrencies which are fairly safe, and seeing as Bitcoin was one of the first, it probably is fairly safe. But I'm kind of a little bit leery of jumping in even now. Of course, then again, Uncle Bill didn't like Berkshire Hathaway either. All right, George, what's the WTF for? About cryptocurrency? Or you can't believe that Just Sampson has $300,000 in it? I can. Because I'm waiting for your first video, Just Sampson. I do love your playlist, though. You'll probably have mine. Uncle Bill's comedic, here's his lives, His lives are, is Bridget even in the house? I didn't even check. Let's see, participants. Nope, I'm not seeing her. I'm seeing the three of us, and we can go as long as you guys want. Or, hey, Pat, just Samson, by the way, I took Pat Flynn's, I did finally find the video that had his intro music and animation. I clipped it and then I tweeted it to him. And you've been introduced to Just George. I mean, Just George, Just Samson, Just George 12. Have you been introduced to George 12? George 12 is the most famous, well, close to the most famous. We're about tied with Mick, or maybe, I don't know, better player, but we need to get more people following you, George. George is a phenomenal DayZ player, and he will kill a person with just a sardine can in his hand. Uploaded a lot of videos in 2020. Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, I did. Not only that. Oh, by the way, Just Samson, remember how I told you about Amazon? You're looking at number 126. Yay! I'm number 126 reviewer now. Finally. I couldn't believe I went from 780 all the way back up to 126. And hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, I'll break 100. Only 26 people I have to kill. So George 12, how much is it going to cost Uncle Bill to get into DayZ on my computer? Can I even play it on a Windows-based machine, or do I have to go out and get an Xbox? People want to know. These are important questions. Super Feet Green, they're good shoes. Everybody is going to be selling something. So Just Samson, how much did you pay for those custom orthotics? Just out of curiosity, $500? And were they worth it? Okay, back to money. Let's see. Another, what is this? Is this Canadian? No, it's not Canadian. I don't think it is. Let's see, $1 from Trinidad. Oh yeah, my daughter gave me that. That's from Trinidad. She went to Trinidad with her fiance. And she got me $1. Yay! I'm rich. I have a Trinidad dollar. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you how to use white flour. For a headache, you can take one drop and put it and rub it into your temples. And for a sore throat, you can take 1 or 2 drops and put it into hot water and then drink it. Even though they say you're not supposed to drink it internally. Works great. Oh, Andrew. Bill, what's your laptop specs? I need to buy one and been told more RAM the more RAM is better. On my desktop right now, I think I have an 8 gig desktop. I don't even think I have 16, but I will get those specs. And one thing that I don't have it. Just a second, guys. There it is. My second advertisement for the shift. Bellark Advisor. It's a free program. If you have a Windows-based machine, I highly recommend. Actually, I think they have one for Apple now. Highly recommend downloading this because it does 2 things. It checks to make sure that all of your software and hardware is up to date and all of your drivers. great diagnostic tool and great for getting to people and letting them know what you got. Windows 7, let's see, is this the right one? No, it isn't. It's my Xenon one. This is my other computer, which had maybe more RAM. I will get back to you. I'll email that to you, Andrew. I have spent up to 400. My favorite. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go back through and check them out. I've been pretty happy with Superfeet, and the green seems to work the best for me. It's actually for a wider foot, but I've also found that the orange works okay in my slippers for walking around the house. Just Sampson is very famous. He's one of the moderators for Pat Flynn on the income broadcast that Pat Flynn does. Smart passive income. I don't know why Pat calls it passive income, because it sure isn't passive. You got to do some work. Just sounded good. Okay, sorry about computer parts. That's good. Well, all right, Andrew. Bill specs, 8 gigabyte processor, 1 terabyte memory. Does that sound right to you? Yeah, actually, mine's pretty close to that. And a lot of the one thing to remember, though, on that 1 terabyte of memory, 9 times out of 10, that is on old technology. It isn't a 1 terabyte actually SSD drive. If it is a 1 terabyte SSD drive, I would jump on it. I would also make sure that your 8 gigabytes can be expanded to 16. However, Andrew, I know the type of broadcast that you do and processing that you do, and you should be able to get it done with 8 gigabytes of memory. The reason why you need 8 to 16 gigabytes of memory sometimes is if you have multiple windows open or if you're a gamer, because some of these games take up a lot more. And is actually George 12 could probably answer that, because George just got a new rig from, what was it, your uncle that you paid to put it together? I know it was a friend of yours, friend or relative. Video editing. Andrew, actually, video editing in the near future, I think we're going to find that we can actually do our video editing, seeing as you do YouTube, I do YouTube. And I would highly recommend spending some time learning the YouTube Studio editor within YouTube Studio, because all they have to do is add one more thing to that to make it so that it will blow away the competition that is the commercial market. And the one thing that YouTube editor does not do is you can't take blocks, at least to my knowledge. I know they added some things just recently with music, which is just phenomenal. It used to be with the YouTube Studio. I haven't done this because I do all my editing off of YouTube Studio. In other words, I don't use YouTube Studio until the very end to throw in my end cards and put the recommendations. But back to, God, I lost my thought. But anyways, with the music, YouTube Studio used to have it, you could just put one snippet of music into your video using their editor, and you could only have it for a certain period of time. So if you wanted to do it in 2 separate clips, there's no way. And you could only adjust the volume on one little clip. Now they have it so that you could do it throughout the whole video with multiple cuts, from what I've been told. I haven't tried this yet. I also found out a new thing about tweeting today. I've been trying to tweet Pat Flynn privately, and I was going about it the wrong way. for some reason, the angle that I was going at was totally different than the way I should have been doing it. And if you go the wrong way on a computer, it's going to tell you can't do it. And mine kept on saying Pat Flynn is not available for private tweets. Well, actually he is. And I didn't realize that. And it, it made sense. And thank goodness that I didn't get the question out today, because I was going to ask him and tell him that he's not available, but he is. So I'm wrong. I edited over 300 in a year. Ooh. Most of them in 4K, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. Ooh, just Samson. You must have one kick. Oh, there we go. 38 gigabyte system. DDR4. That's good memory. Another thing to remember, if you're RAM limited, which a lot of us are, is close down your windows, and there's actually a way that you can clear out your memory too. Like sometimes you might even have to reboot your system, but that helps. I know that I've had trouble with my video editor a lot of times when I have other windows open, or even if I leave my browser open, it interferes with my video editing. Just Samson, I imagine you have a computer that we would all envy. When I got my most recent computer, I purposefully did not buy the new ones out, because I made that mistake in 2009. I bought one of the top of the line. Actually, I thought I was doing it right, because I went to this company that was supposed to be so great. And unfortunately, they were not so great. They guaranteed pixel free, 0 pixel damage on the monitors. And I had never had a pixel out in the past anyways. Once you know it, I was the one who ended up getting, like, I bought a tree of 6 monitors, and 3 out of those 3 monitors out of the 6 had dead pixels, which was not fun. Not fun one bit. Every day this side of the ground is a great day, so go out there and have some fun and stay COVID safe. 0MG. What's 0MG? Oh man, edited. Oh my God. You know, when you put OMG like that, Andrew, I thought it was 0MG, like 0 micrograms of sodium or something. I was thinking cooking every day. So now I can send all my videos to you, just Samson. You can edit them for me. No, just kidding. There's a lot of ands and ums and everything else under the sun. The way that I sound like I'm actually talking intelligently, kind of like Pat Flynn does on his live, except mine's recorded, because if you ever come to a live, you can always tell that Uncle Bill has some trouble putting words together sometimes, is I take all the gaps out. I need to learn Premiere Pro. Only if you need it, George. I'm using a really thrifty video editor, which is not online with Premiere Pro, but I use VideoPad, which is from NCH Software. It cost me a whopping $79, and actually you can actually get it for a lot less than that at times. How much? And Premiere Pro, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew, just Samson, don't you have to pay a monthly or annual fee for Premiere Pro? I mean, if we're professionals like just Samson, it makes sense to get Premiere Pro. Uncle Bill ain't a professional yet. Yay, 20. 20 what? It's kind of strange not having Bridget in here. I'm going to have to give her a call after the broadcast and find out if she's okay. I talked to her the other day. She was fine. Unfortunately, my mother, she had one of those COVID shots, and shortly after she was taken to the hospital, but we don't know if it was the COVID shot or just her being old. Oh, $20? You're kidding me. Premiere Pro is $20? Or am I missing out on this? Because I always thought Premiere Pro was a lot more than $20. More like $200 maybe. I'm going to have to look it up. Adobe Premiere Pro. I've always liked Adobe products. I did have an earlier video editor that they had many years ago. So let's see. I think we're almost done. Unless anybody's got some more questions, or let's give it another 5 minutes and we'll see if anybody jumps in on chat. And if they don't, then I'm going to let everybody have a great day, because I appreciate you guys all dropping by. This week, like I said, Frankie, she's not been feeling great. So my project for the week is going to be a homemade cat stairs, pet stairs, so that she can get into bed easier. And that's going to be a fun little project. I have a few ideas in my head that are going to be very unique, because this is also going to be a traveling and collapsible staircase, so that I can bring it with me when I travel with Frankie, because she doesn't always get to go and be exactly what. Shonda, how are you doing? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You missed the live stream. You look at the replay. Okay. The live stream of Pat, or the earlier live stream of me making a fool out of myself. You didn't see me dancing the hula, did you? And Shonda has, I forgot, is it a vegan site that you have? Because I know it's cooking. I remember that. But I think it had a vegan slant to it. And I had said that you might want to emphasize that it's vegan. Mine? Oh, Shonda, you're so nice. You're going to go back and watch the beginning. Well, you'll get to see cook, camp, create, critique, and climb. Yay! Working on making those changes. And seriously, if you need any help making changes, you can just ask George. I have no problem doing somebody else's banner for him. And I charge, George only paid me $5,000 for that job, but he doesn't know it. I stole his credit card. Oh, you saw my soy. Now, which soy mayo did you see, George? Did you see hers or mine? Because I did a soy mayo too. I think it was soy. I can't remember what I threw in there. But it was a recipe that I found on. Let me go get it. I will be right back. Oh, by the way, not to wish bad things on any of you, But I want to give you all a word of caution. If you ever get cancer, don't get rid of stuff while you have cancer just because you think, oh, it's the end of the world and I need to thin everything out. I must have given away 2 boxes full of prime cookbooks, and I regret it immensely. In 2019, I had cancer and it was very serious. But anyways, here's the cookbook. Ta-da! This is one of the ones I did not give away. It is Cookbook for People Who Love Animals. In other words, it's a vegan cookbook. Well, vegetarian cookbook. This was the one that had my mayo recipe that I did. Let's see if I got it. I might have it marked if I don't. Soy mayonnaise. I'm going to put it here so that you can see the soy mayonnaise. All right, I'll hold it. Let me know if you've had enough chance to get a screenshot, anybody, because this is a pretty good recipe. It works really well. All right, you'll have a little bit of time. All right, that's about 10, 15 seconds. There we go. No more soup for you. No, just kidding. Okay, so you did get it? Good. And this is the cookbook. I love, one of the things Uncle Bill's thinking of doing is cookbook reviews. I don't know if you guys would think that would be fun, and maybe even do that on a separate channel, seeing as YouTube likes niched channels, and Uncle Bill is probably as unniched as they come. But I do like to answer people's questions when they come up. And that's one of the things that this Monday broadcast, it's an open field. I mean, any question you want to ask me that's within reason, that I managed to read, I am going to answer. Andrew, Shonda, by the way, Andrew's Simple Cooking, you got to check out his channel. He's got one of the, well, actually, I love all cooking channels, and everybody has their own unique way of presenting food. And both of you have great ways of presenting food. Check out Andrew's way. It's amazing. I mean, a YouTuber called Brutal Moose reviewed old cookbooks. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Thanks, George. And one, I was watching, I couldn't believe it. There was a guy who actually had a channel where he had old publications, and he went and leafed through really antiquated pieces of history, really. I have 2. I love to collect things, and I am one step away from being a hoarder, but I managed to rein myself in. Every once in a while, I run across an incredible bargain. I was at the Newport Library about a year and a half ago, and they were clearing out their old newspaper archive. And I'm not talking like last year, 2 years, 1915. I purchased for a quarter each 2 newspapers. One had about, the Kaiser and submarining other commercial ships and World War I, and it was really interesting. But I kept them in the plastic. And playlist to the homepage when first got on the channel. Yeah, that's true. I did say, yeah. I can't remember who did I say that about, or maybe both of you actually. I can't remember. It's probably Shonda. I think your page had literally no. I went to the page and it's like, where are the videos? I was looking for playlists. Playlists are incredible, and there's one thing that I'm kind of wondering about because I haven't been able to figure it out. Maybe one of you, the rest of you, Samson might have the answer, but I cannot get that playlist that Pat Flynn has. I think that it's an option that you get after you get 1,000 subs, where you can actually take your whole playlist and have it on one thumbnail. All my playlists are horizontal playlists. I can't get that single thumbnail playlist. Does anybody know how to get that? Because if you log on to Pat Flynn's site, you'll see that he has playlists where it's all on one thumbnail and it'll dig straight down, which is a great way to have them. I guess maybe you have to. I'm thinking that it's probably either a question of upload content, like after you hit 200 videos, maybe they say this will be given, this privilege will be given to you, or if you have 1,000 subscribers. There's a lot of privileges you get as you get more subscribers, I have found on YouTube. Well, I haven't experienced it, but I've seen the writing. Does my page do the same? Okay, Andrew's cooking and playlist. When I first got the channel, it had no content, but I found the videos under videos. Bill, can I ring you on Discord after the stream? Yeah, George, for sure. You and I can have a chat on Discord. Actually, I think George you'd probably open it up to the rest of the participants in your in the stream, wouldn't you? Because I know we're all friends here. You might check out George's Discord site, because everybody can use more subscribers on their channels. George is fun to watch. Every DayZ player who I am not a gamer, but I do love to watch people play games because it's interesting the way that some people take the games so seriously. You know, it's like, oh, if I get killed on the game, it's like I really got killed in real life. And others, I would say George is like an elite player. He's very talented at DayZ, and he's very relaxed. And that really is the way people have to be in real life, is relaxed, because those are the people that win. Yeah. Hey, George, if you want, I'm pretty sure that you can pop your URL into my chat and it will not get censored, because I think I put a URL in there before, or maybe it's just I can do it. Because I remember putting a URL in there before. Oh, by the way, Shonda and Andrew, that archive.org site that I keep on telling everybody about, that's such a good reference, that has cookbooks on it. And so does the EP, just see if I can remember the name of it, epdf.pub. Okay, I'm going to put this one in chat, because you can, although I'm finding that you're going to have to be careful on this site, because this site When I first logged onto it, the first couple of times was very unassaulted, meaning that it was clean, and when you hit a download, there was no problem, and you'd get the download. But I think there's a lot of trolls on this site, meaning there are ways that you can maybe pick up a virus. So make sure your virus protection is good, and that you also use, oh man, my brain isn't working right now. I think I'm got too many things going on. Let me see here. Where am I at? Sorry about that, guys. I'm minimizing things right now so that I can remember. Malware Bytes. That's the one. Now, if I can get everybody back, there we go. Yay. Yes, full of books. That one has a ton of books, the epdf.pub. And the other one is called archive.org. I would say that anything you load off of archive.org, I would not worry about. The epdf, be careful because you might get redirected to a site that has phishing software on it. So just be careful. I'm back. Oh, just Samson. We were all worried where you went, and we were saying, "Where's just Samson?" Well, we're all meeting at George's Discord site after this is over with. Or are we, George? I forgot. I'm kind of like that guy who you ever have somebody, you invite one person over to your house, and next thing you know, you got 12. I had one of my daughters did that to me the other last holiday, not this Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving before that. She came, and there were 2 other people that came. So it was kind of interesting. How did I do that? Right. Just Samson, you definitely are a man of mystery. Is it that because of the company that you have that you can't tell us much about yourself? I'm a curious guy, you know. And by the way, you guys can ask me all sorts of, like I do like antique stuff, and this is my bloggy. I got that during my cancer treatments and stuff. You know, I did a lot of, what do they call it? Shop therapy. That was fun. And then my action camera, I got that. I lurk in the dark a lot. Lurking in the dark is fun. You know what's funny is, and just Samson, I'm sure you've already noticed it from being a moderator. This is a cool little camera. It's the Victure 940. I put my own little windscreen. This is my own design right there on there. The chat, if a person does not actually make a comment in chat, and I think it's probably about a 2-minute delay, but if they don't comment for two minutes, they actually fall off as far as being listed as an active participant. My dad's mom died from cancer. Well, my mom did too. It's common. I am a 2-time cancer survivor. My first go was colon cancer, which is one of the most serious ones you can get. Except I was really lucky. That one got caught real early at age 50. And then just in 2019, at the age of 62, I think it was. No, 63 is when I'm turning 64 this year. 63 is, no, is it? It was 62 because it was 2019, not 20. Okay. Anyways, 2019, I had tonsillar cancer, which is a less severe cancer, but I had a more advanced stage of it. I was either stage 3 or 4. It already spread my lymph glands. And so that was a real fun experience. And that's why I need to drink water a lot while I'm on broadcast. All right, nice. I have a crate of GoPros. I'd like to take out to a batting cage. Oh, come on, Jess Sampson. GoPros are a good little camera. They work. You know, that's one of the things that I had actually suggested to Victor, because the arena for, I'm guessing that the GoPros have bad resolution, the ones that you have. That little Victor, the 940, has pretty good resolution, and it shoots a true 4K at 60 frames per second, which I never would need. But why do people even, Jess Sampson, you can answer a question for me. What is the big draw for 4K? I mean, unless you have a TV the size of a wall, I can't see why people would even want it. I mean, it takes up your bandwidth. It takes up your RAM. All right, now I'm wait for the answer. Hero 7, Hero 9 are okay, but 8 is horrible. Yeah. I almost bought a GoPro, except the thing with the GoPro was I didn't like the fact that they tell you that, oh, well, you can plug a microphone into this, but they don't tell you the fact that, oh, you need to buy a special adapter so you can plug a microphone into this. I thought that was a little bit of bait and switch myself. Why do people buy expensive shoes? All right, George, I will answer that, because they, 2 reasons. One, either their foot is the reason, or 2, their head is the reason. And if their foot is the reason, then they're going for comfort. And people like Jess Sampson and myself probably have foot pain. That's the reason why I bought, where did I put them? These Super Feet, because even though I paid $40 for the first pair and $25 for the second pair, these are the most comfortable things you're going to put on your foot, other than the Custom Orthotics, which Jess Sampson has, which cost up to $400. But all you got to do is have plantar fasciitis once in your life, and you'll be wanting more comfortable shoes. And the other ones are people that want to have status, like the Air Jordans, which were $200 to $300 from what I heard, because Uncle Bill don't buy Air Jordans. To me, an expensive sneaker is the $50 a pair that I pay for my Skechers. And the reason why I buy Skechers are they are the only one I have found that actually have a true 4E shoe, where it's actually wide for your foot and your foot doesn't feel like it's getting put in a vice. I hope that. Okay, 4K. Okay, 4K is the future, Bill. Yes, it is. It will be. And you know what? You know what's funny? Here's a really weird one for you. Let me see. Where's my magic arm? Ugh. Old tech should not be ruled out. This little camera retailed at about $200 when it was new. It's the Canon SD 780 IS camera. I use the living tar out of these cameras. My Canon M50 takes a good picture and does good sound. These take good HD pictures. The sound is not garbage, but obviously you can't hook a boom mic onto it because it has no room for a mic. But I pick them up for $20-$30 max. And if I lose this over a pot of hot boiling coals, I don't care. It's a throwaway camera. Everybody should have throwaway cameras. And it does an okay job. And that device that I was using, in case anybody doesn't know what it is, it's called a Magic Arm. And I can send you guys the link to that. I think I paid about $15 for it on Amazon. And I don't have any affiliate links yet, so you don't have to worry if you want to just go and find it yourself. Hey guys, thanks for the hospitality. My son just stopped by going. Okay, Shonda, we'll all check out your site again and see the new changes. And seriously, the offer is there. And we've been going for about an hour. I think Jess Sampson, Andrew, and unless anybody wants to keep it going, I will. Oh, Bridget showed up. Yay, Bridget. Okay, we'll keep it going for a little while longer. When you pop in, Bridget, we've been looking for you. Bridget is my daughter, Shonda, if you haven't left already, but I think you might have. Oh, you're at the commissary. Oh, nice of somebody to take you there. That's good. Yeah, you are late. We're pretty much wrapping it up, Bridget. Okay, so you don't mind? And George, I'm going to give Bridget about a 5-minute call. And actually, no, I'm going to meet George after the broadcast on his Discord, and then I'll give you a call later, Bridget. Is that okay with you? You can shoot and edit 1080 and upload in 4K. Really tricks YouTube into not compressing your video so much. Oh, I'll have to try that. I've been uploading in 2K though. Does my videos, do they look compressed more? I didn't know that. I will give that a try. I've been okay. Upload in 4K. Really tricks YouTube into not compressing my video so much. Aha. Yeah, I can believe that. I'll give it a try on my next video, my next upload. So, Jess Sampson, you're talking about in my video editor when I go for my final output to actually put it as 4K instead of the usual. I think it's I go for the YouTube HD on my thing. I'll give that a try. The only thing is, Jess Sampson, when I do that, I also am going to double my disk storage space. Of course, I have they call it an 8 terabyte drive, the Toshiba drive that I just bought. I think it's Toshiba. And it's funny because when you spec the thing out and you actually even look at it, it doesn't even come close to 8. It's like 7.5 terabytes. Good night, Andrew. We'll talk to you later. And you have a great day and a great week, and stay COVID safe. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for attending. This was a great live. You guys are the reason why I'm here. And thank you very much for attending. Tell your friends. We'll all come. We'll answer. We'll all answer each other. I'm going to try that 4K trick that Jess Sampson just told me. Shonda dropped in. George dropped in. George, I'm going to meet you over on Discord right after I hang this thing up. So this is Bill Dube, Uncle Bill Dube, where we cook, we camp, we critique, and we create, and we climb. And I set it out of order. And I do that sometimes. Thank you. Every day this side of the dirt is a great day. So go out there, have some fun, stay COVID safe, and thank you. I love you all. Bye-bye. End.